Up next, what's sure to be a strike-a-thon in Chicago, O'Neill and Barnes versus Belmonte and Schaefer in doubles action.
What do you get when you put the stars of the PBA together with one of the nation's most exclusive bowling lounges? You get the GEICO PBA Team Shootout, a battle between 4 different manufacturer-selected all-star squads. Defending champ Storm Products is back with the team that features legends Norm Duke and Pete Weber. Ebonite International has 4 major champions on its roster, including Player of the Year, Mika Koivuniemi. Lining up with the likes of Brian Boss and Steve Jarros on 900 Global is the Shootout's only female competitor, while some new faces join the fiery Sean Rash and Hall of Famer Parker Bone III on Team Brunswick. It's a multi-format, round-robin battle for the PBA Manufacturers Cup here at Chicago's ultra-hip 10-pin lounge. And welcome to the beautiful city of Chicago. We're at the 10-pin bowling lounge for our continuing coverage of the GEICO PBA Team Shootout. Through 2 matches, Team Ebonite on top, but we switched from individual bowling to doubles. And not only just doubles, but doubles best ball. Kind of a little interesting format today. Rob Stone, Randy Peterson, Kimberly Pressler with you. And here is, Randy, how doubles best ball rolls.
Well, both team members will throw shots, and the team gets to decide which first ball to keep. Pretty simple. If your doubles partner throws a strike, you're done for that frame.
We've seen this style of sportsmanship on the golf course before. Best ball is always when I seem to play my best game as well. Winner will take 5 points. Low score takes second. Here are your 4 combatants representing Team Storm: Jason Belmonte, Ryan Schaefer, and who a loaded team on Team Ebonite, Bill O'Neill and Chris Barnes. But here is Kimberly with Belmo.
Jason, Team Storm decided to go with 2 completely different style bowlers on this format. Why did you guys go that route?
Well, we kind of put our thinking caps on, and we wanted to see if, with me being a very aggressive player.
Mr. Angelo brought me this for your water today, so if, just in case.
So Tommy Jones just gifted Jason Belmonte a toddler sippy cup. What's this for?
Yeah, apparently I'm not allowed to use plastic water bottles anymore. I'm a naughty boy for using them. Okay, seriously, thanks boys. We wanted to go with someone like me who's really aggressive, and if I couldn't get the job done, someone like Ryan who's completely opposite to me, a little bit safer, to at least cover my back. Hopefully I won't be using any water bottles against my own teammate today.
We'll see how it goes today. Good luck.
Thanks a lot.
Here's the incident he was talking about at the Dick Weber PBA playoffs in April in Indianapolis. Jason Belmonte in the background, Brad Angelo rolling, and here's Angelo's reaction.
Come on, Jace. Come on. You didn't do anything? You're not crippling the stupid bottle? Dude, it's the 3rd time you've done it.
Bowling for defending champions, Team Storm, Ryan Schaefer and Jason Belmonte.
So there's Belmo's teammate, Ryan Schaefer from Horseheads, New York. And talk a little bit more about the water bottle incident when Jason comes up. I'm sure he's probably heard enough about it already, but there's a few more things to add to it. And there he is working the water bottle behind his teammate. Yeah. Schaefer gets all 10 to kick, so no need to see an effort from Belmonte.
Bowling for Team Ebonite, Chris Barnes and Bill O'Neill.
And Rob, I looked up stacked team in the dictionary. There's a picture of Chris Barnes and Bill O'Neill.
They were both in the top 5 in the season earnings list. Top 6 in the season average list. 1 and 2 on the season points leader list.
Go on.
And without that wonderful season from Mika Koivuniemi, one of those 2 guys, probably Chris Barnes, would have been your PBA Player of the Year and would have easily deserved it.
Well, I know that there's a lot of folks that think that Chris Barnes is the best player on tour, but there's been a lot of attention directed towards Bill O'Neill lately. And a lot of that attention coming from Chris Barnes.
Jason Belmonte steps up for his first effort. Tommy Jones playfully handing him a sippy cup so he doesn't have a water bottle issue during the pre-match interview with Kimberly. I'm sure he really appreciated that. And he gets all 10, so there's really been little need for your partner to play best ball the way Team Ebonite's bowling right now. Time now for your Know the Woods segment, brought to you by Lumber Liquidators, and here is what they are rolling on today, Randy.
Yeah, it's the 39-foot Tournament of Champions oil pattern, but these two teams completely different in terms of styles. You take Bill O'Neill and Chris Barnes, they throw it very similar, very heavy end-over-end roll. When you look at Team Storm, two completely different styles. Ryan Schaefer, a little more side rotation, whereas Jason Belmonte, with two hands, a lot of speed and a lot of high revs.
Now, good thing this is doubles best ball, because I have a funny feeling they're going to be taking Chris Barnes.
And when you have rev rates like this on one pair of lanes, Rob, the oil pattern is going to break down real quick. And so the players have to anticipate the breakdown and make the move prior to going through the nose like Bill O'Neill just did.
His teammate, Chris Barnes, steps up.
Now a decision to be made about who shoots the spare.
Good luck.
They wisely decide to let Barnes attack the spare.
Get up. Huh? It's over here somewhere. Yeah, there wasn't much indecision making there. We have a big split on one side, and only the 3-6 on the other side. You know you're going to have your partner Barnes shoot it.
The GEICO PBA Team Shootout is brought to you by GEICO. 15 minutes could save you 15% on car insurance. By Lumber Liquidators. For the best deals on hardwood floors, visit a Lumber Liquidators store or lumberliquidators.com. And by Roto-Grip, the fastest growing bowling ball brand in the world. Roto-Grip is king of them all. The Chicago skyline viewed from Navy Pier. We go outside to inside. 10-pin lounge, downtown Chicago, continuing coverage of the GEICO PBA Team Shootout. Rob Stone, Randy Peterson, Kimberly Pressler here with you as we begin the third of this doubles best ball match between Team Storm and Team Ebonite. Here is Ryan Schaefer of Team Storm. Yeah! Great start for Team Storm with an opening three-bagger.
And you gotta love Ryan Schaefer's theme song. Every time he strikes, you hear Dirty White Boy.
I have no comment on that one. Chris Barnes steps up now for Team Ebonite. He is paired up with one of the real young up-and-coming talents in the sport, Bill O'Neill, but Chris Barnes is still one of the most dominant performers in this profession.
Good shot there. Now, Bill O'Neill steps up on the right lane, looking to pick Chris Barnes and his team up. But you're right, Rob. This guy right here could have a really good argument in pretty much any bar across the country as to who's the best player on the PBA Tour. I guarantee you his name will be mentioned.
And he gets all 10 to drop. We had an opportunity to meet Bill O'Neill's family.
Come on, Jay, right here.
During the tour. His brother and dad joined us after one of the events. Great people, good folks from just outside the Philadelphia area. And there's Jason Belmonte from Australia as Barnes and O'Neill discuss how the lanes are breaking down. Belmo representing Team Storm. Well, men at work for that four-bagger for Team Storm.
So apropos.
So Belmo with the strike, and up steps one of his good buddies, Bill O'Neill. O'Neill, one of the real promising bowlers on the face of this earth. I mean, a lot of folks would consider him in the top 5 easily.
We got you something. Come on.
See, even Belmo's buddy, O'Neill, jumping on his case. And there's Schaefer. Finished 4th at the U.S. Open, beat Bill O'Neill, and then lost to Mika Koivu-Niemi. Opening Yahtzee for Team Storm.
Chris Barnes, what was the conversation like between you and your partner during the break?
Well, Billy and I have had a chance to bowl together a lot over the last couple of years with Team USA in Germany and the American zones and stuff like that. He's one of the guys I watch on tour, so obviously I have not real lined up so far. So he was giving me lane reads between the 2 lanes and some ideas of what I can do to improve my carry and ball reaction.
Thanks, Chris.
2 of the great bowling minds paired up here, Barnes and O'Neill, but they trail Schaefer and Belmo, representing Team Storm, who have been perfect through 5. Strike there in the 5th, and Barnes will help us out with a little tilt knowledge in this edition of Quick Tip with Kimberly.
I'm here with the Triple Crown winner, Chris Barnes, and he's going to share with us the best tip he's ever received.
Well, Kimberly, I've been lucky to have some of the best coaching in the world, and a lot of them over time. And pretty consistently, finishing position has been a very key element of that. But one step further than that, my current coach, Mark Baker, caught something that I was doing in some key spots on TV, which had caused me some trouble over time. And what I was doing is in my 3rd step, when the ball pushed away, I would follow it and go forward. And at that point, I got out of position, and then my spine tilt had to come back up at the finish position. By keeping my upper body still through the push away, now when I get to the finishing position, my head stays in that same position, head behind my knee. This right foot gets back behind me on the floor, which clears my hip, keeps the shoulder from over-rotating, and allows me to be consistent and perform at a level I'd like to every day on the PBA Tour.
Yeah, great tip. And you know, you really see the difference between now and, say, 2 years ago. Chris's upper body is much more stable throughout his approach.
Come on, Jay!
Jason keeps the string alive for Team Storm.
Ryan Schaefer, talk about the team chemistry between you and Belmonte.
Well, we have kind of different styles, so it kind of allows us to play the lanes a little different, but it gives us 2 different angles into the pocket, and the idea in this is to strike, so that's what we're doing.
Thank you.
Schaefer will watch O'Neill in front of him. O'Neill made 5 TV appearances last season, winning only once, though, the Pepsi Viper Championship in November of 2010. It's been a while for Ryan Schaefer since he last won. Have to go all the way back, Randy, to 2003. Really?
Should move.
Oof.
Yeah, but he's got a partner.
That's right.
It's not over yet.
Again, doubles best ball. So perfection may or may not still be alive. Let's see what Belmo can do here. Needs a strike here to keep them perfect through 7. He got it.
No, they're perfect through 7, Rob.
Great shot.
Team Ebonite missed in the 2nd frame, but now here's the deal. Chris Barnes and Bill O'Neill, if they were to strike out, they'd shoot 280. If Team Storm misses in the 8th, 9th, or 10th frame, they could lose. So let's say Team Storm gets up and goes 9 spare in the 8th frame. The best they could shoot is 279.
And another strike. Barnes drops them all in the 7th.
They're making this oil pattern look easy.
Yeah, they are abusing it, and this remains a 20-pin match. Ryan Schaefer and his teammate Jason Belmonte have been perfect thus far, but Bill O'Neill and Chris Barnes are well within striking distance. The conclusion of our doubles best ball when we return.
Welcome back to the GEICO PBA Team Shootout. We're here in Chicago, and one of the toughest landmarks to miss is 110-story high, world-famous Sears Tower, which has just recently been renamed Willis Tower. The views are spectacular from the top floors of what is still America's tallest building. And if you're really feeling brave, you can venture onto the observation deck's glass balcony, where you can look straight down onto Wacker Drive, some 1,350 feet below.
No, thank you.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. You want to talk about instant nausea?
Yeah, send me a picture. Tell me how it looks. That's great. All right, Belmonte and Schaefer representing Team Storm. They are seeking perfection. They're perfect through 7. Here's Belmo in the 8th. And another strike.
Well, I'm going to go out on a limb and make a prediction. Next team that misses loses. Quite honestly, I don't think either team is going to miss the rest of the way out. Could be wrong, but I seldom am.
O'Neill was 2nd at the PBA World Championship, 5th at the U.S. Open. And another strike for Team Ebonite.
You guys didn't know I could hook it like that, did you?
Extra Frame is the PBA's online subscription video service. You can watch up to 50 hours of live bowling action from every tournament. Extra Frame includes exclusive interviews, match play, and early round coverage, PBA 39x60, a PBA highlight show, and archived ESPN telecast. Schaefer. Oh, they are 1 strike away from dropping the Bo Derek on us. I'm excited.
You haven't called that in quite some time.
I haven't had many opportunities. Yeah. Barnes and O'Neill, they keep matching Belmo and Schaefer strike for strike, but again, they had that 1 spare in the 2nd.
Still a lot. Big wheel.
I always stand up to high five the good ones. I sit down high five.
These 4 are making a mockery out of this oil pattern because it should not be this easy.
Yeah, and again, you talk about the high rev rates between these 4 players, and you would think that they'd have a lot more trouble anticipating the breakdown. They've done a great job of moving before the oil pattern breaks down.
Here you go, Belmo!
Bo Derek! Perfect 10. 10 frames, 10 strikes for Team Storm.
All right. On the right or left lane?
And that strike there just sealed the deal if Ryan Schaefer can keep the bowling ball on the lane in these next 2 shots, because that shot right there just put Team Storm into the 280s.
One strike away from a 300.
Ryan Schaefer, perfection right around the corner. What goes through your mind stepping up to the 10th frame with you guys staring perfection in the face?
Well, I've done it before, but I'm glad Jason's throwing the last shot because he's the best there is.
Schaefer had a perfect game in 2007 at the Pepsi Championship. in Indianapolis. Here's Belmo for a 300 game for Team Storm.
Come on, Belmo!
Big last ball drops them all. That was team bowling, and we'll hear from the perfection artists when we return. The GEICO PBA Team Shootout is brought to you by Lumber Liquidators. For the best deals on hardwood floors, visit a Lumber Liquidators store or lumberliquidators.com. By GEICO, 15 minutes could save you 15% on car insurance. And by Hammer Bowling, nothing hits like a hammer. Ryan Schaefer and Jason Belmonte were hitting everything in sight at the 10-pin bowling lounge. A perfect game in the best ball doubles. And the GEICO Championship recap will focus on those two, Randy.
Well, these two ham and egged it beautifully. When one didn't strike, which wasn't very often, the teammate was there to pick him up, and that's exactly how you play it. Jason Belmonte there with the last shot, caving in the 4-6 for perfection.
So Storm gets the 5 points for the win. Kimberly with your victors.
It seems that Team Storm's strategy with two different style bowlers paid off for you guys big time. Got a 300 out there.
Yeah, I didn't even want to watch that last one. When you shoot for 300 for yourself, you don't mind if you miss, but when you're doing it with someone else, I just threw it, turned around and said, please God, let that strike. And when I heard everyone cheer, I went, I guess I was just so happy.
So sharing a 300 is just as good as getting one on your own, don't you think?
Oh yeah, definitely. I really enjoyed bowling with Jason. The whole Storm team is great. It's the first time I've been asked to bowl this event, and it's a hell of a way to kick it off.
Well, congratulations to Team Storm. They are now in the lead in the shootout.
That's right, Kimberly. Perfect game earned them the 5 points necessary to leapfrog Team Ebonite. So Team Storm, for the first time through the 12-round preliminaries, is on top of the GEICO PBA Team Shootout. Coming up next, more action. 900 Global taking on the Brunswick side in another doubles best ball outing. Ryan Schaefer, Jason Belmonte started strong, finished strong. Perfect game in the doubles best ball. Team Storm now on top. For Randy Peterson, Kimberly Pressler, and our entire crew, I'm Rob Stone. This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports.